Hey guys, Simon here, and welcome back to our design tour of Braid. Although, I haven't had too much to say about the actual puzzle designs. I don't really understand how they managed to design something, such intricate puzzles. Although I guess, actually let me check the sound. Although I guess, they just had ideas and then I think the most important thing with any design is to keep refining what your idea. So if you have an idea, you make it, like keep testing it, and then keep improving it. Like nothing's perfect the first time. I mean, nothing's ever perfect. But the more you work on it, the better it gets usually. And like the fact that you can't tell how some of these puzzles are made, or I can't tell how they come up with these ideas, maybe just means that they've given it so much thought that you can't follow them anymore because you're looking at the final product anyway. You might notice that the first puzzle is not finished now. In fact, I missed two pieces. Let me just explain what happened as I get the stuff. So there were some technical difficulties with the recording. So I went ahead and recorded the next world, and then I realized it didn't actually record. So I restarted the game. So now I'm playing it through again. So I played through the first two worlds, obviously off screen because you don't need to see that again. So, oh wow. But what this means is that I have the opportunity to get the secret, because oops. Oh no, he's walking the wrong way. I have the opportunity to get the secret, get all the stars, because I'm gonna do it again. I still don't know if I'm gonna get all the stars, but I won't solve this puzzle because this puzzle is necessary to get the secret. So I'll leave this puzzle unsolved. Wow, fail. Okay, I'm not doing this right. Anyway, so yeah, there was some technical difficulties, and it also means that I have played through the next world just before now, and so I actually know the puzzles better now. I had quite a bit of trouble with the puzzles before when I played it, so I won't have as much trouble now. I don't know if that's better or worse. I guess it means that I'll have more to say about the puzzles, because I've thought about them just recently, but it also means that you don't see me trying to solve them at the time. Anyway, that's Time and Place, Chapter 4. Visiting his parents' home for a holiday meal, Tim felt as though he had regressed to those long ago years when he lived under their roof, oppressed by their insistence on upholding strange values which to him were meaningless. Back then, bickering would erupt over drops of gravy spilt on the tablecloth. So, unhappy childhood, I guess. Just angry people. Escaping, Tim walked in the cool air towards the university he'd attended after moving out of his parents' home. As he distanced himself from that troubling house, he felt the embarrassment of childhood fading into the past. But now he stepped into all the insecurities he'd felt at the university, all the panic of walking a social tightrope. And I remember thinking, the first time I played through it just before, like they talk about the childhood here, and they talk about university here, and then in the next one here he goes, Tim only felt relieved after the whole visit was over, sitting back home in the present, steeped in contrast. He saw how he'd improved so much from those days. This improvement, day by day, takes him ever closer to finding the princess. If she exists, she must. She will transform him and everyone. So there's all these metaphors and all these analogies, right? This is a story about him growing up from a child to university, And you know, things start off pretty bad, but eventually they get better. And maybe the player can identify with some of these things. You know, as a child, you don't have any control over your life. In university, you also have these kind of social insecurities, and then, but it gets later as you grow up, it gets better. Well, in the story it does, and I guess, I mean, if you assume that most game players are young adults, or teenagers, or young adults, then the idea that, you know, it gets better later on is a good idea. And also, of course, it's an analogy for you playing this game as well. Like, as you go through each level, you learn more, things get more difficult, but you also get better at the game as solving these puzzles. So there's this sense of optimism here, right, in the story. And you can tell that the storyteller, like, is very aware of the game experience. The fact that you learn, and you know how previously they always talk about your mistakes, going back, changing things and fixing your mistakes and going on, and that's pretty much the metaphor of this game. He felt on his trip that every place stirs up an emotion, and every emotion invokes a memory, a time and a location. So couldn't he find the princess now, tonight, just by wandering from place to place and noticing how he feels? A trail of feelings, of awe and inspiration should lead him to that castle. In the future, her arms enclosing him, her scent fills him with excitement, creates a moment so strong that he can remember it in the past. I mean, there's this strange thing with time. In the future, a moment so strong that he can remember it in the past. Like, there's this thing about remembering the future and things like that. Obviously, the game turns time forward and back a lot. But an overall sense of optimism for the future as well. Immediately, Tim walked out his door the next morning towards whatever the new day held. He felt something like optimism. Well, there we go, optimism. So here we are, the pit. It's a repeat of a previous level, but no music, and the background doesn't move until we walk. So this is the new gimmick for this level, which is when you walk to the right, time rolls forward, and you can hear the music go forward, and you can see the snowflakes fall down in the background. And then when you walk left, time reverses. So a very simple level to introduce the player to this new concept. And of course there's a sparkly door there, and there's a sparkly key down there. Which is not affected by time, so we can pick it up, bring it back by reversing, and out we go. So just as you were getting used to the old trick, now we have a new one. Oh wait, there's a spike there. You see that at the bottom left? There's spikes in that hole, so the spikes kill that creature, but when you walk back, he comes back to life. Alright, Jumpman. And as I said, like, there was a problem with the previous recording, so I know how to solve this. I know that we shouldn't get that piece straight away. It's the one that we see right now, but I'll get it anyway just to show you what happens later on if you do. So we have this kind of Donkey Kong style ramp, and these things are walking back and forth here. And if you walk this way, just look at that, like, they time it so well. They time it so that right as you get to the ladder, the enemy's there, just to make sure you can't solve it like this. Actually, let me just try this. I'm pressing up, and look at that, like, you don't have to be on the ladder to climb up. I'm just pressing up from here. Oh, you can't do it, but if you look the other way, when you press up, you walk towards the ladder to go up. That's interesting. Like, you're not even on the ladder, right? So the game kind of helps you with ladders. And it's these subtle things, I guess, that makes games much easier to play and just much less frustrating. Like, you wouldn't even notice it if you weren't looking at things closely as I am now. But the fact that you can stand all the way here and just press up and he'll just kind of run towards the ladder for you, it just makes the game that much better. Let's see, I have to use him to come up here. So let's pretend for a moment that I get that puzzle piece. And then we have puzzle piece there and a sparkly key up there. Actually, that green sparkle is kind of subtle. I wonder if they shouldn't make that a bit clearer. Anyway, ouch. Okay, I need a bit more. There we go. And sparkly key. If you use the key on that door, it won't work. I don't know if I should show you this or not, just because... No, I won't show you this. Because the door will open only if you're walking to the right. If you're walking left, the time's going backwards, so the door just stays up. So this... Yeah, like if you use the key on this door, it doesn't work. You have to use the key on the door on the far side. Anyway, so you see how we bring the key back, but as we walk past that puzzle piece also turns back in time because it's not sparkling. So we have to go back here, come back here. Oops. Yeah, then come up. And I think we actually need this guy. There we go. Do we need this guy? Maybe. So, you see if I walk back, the door will close again. I'd better not do that too much. And because the key is sparkling, if I walk back, I won't pick it up again. So if I mess this up, then it doesn't work anymore. Anyway, there's the second puzzle piece, and then the third one's pretty easy. We just pick it up as we walk past. So, I mean, we have the green sparkly thing, which was a mechanic introduced in the last world, and now we have this time going back and forth along with you thing. I guess it's a... You know, it's not easy. Like, I'm making it look easier than it is because I've played it before. But even just this very basic combination of these mechanics is pretty complicated stuff, and it only gets more difficult later on. There's more stages. Wow. There's more stages in this. So I guess you can say this map has two parts. There was the stuff on the left, and here we have stuff on the right with the cannons. But you have to bring the key between the two. So they're not completely separate. Kind of have to go back and forth a little bit, which is, I guess, pretty much sums up the whole game, is going back and forth a little bit. Let's see, so there's a piece there, green sparkle, so we only have to pick it up once. A key there, which is this guy is going to help us pick up. And this level is about trick jumping, basically. Let's see, do that. Do you see what happened there? That when I went back across to the left of the lever went back to the off position. Actually, let me just do the... Wow. Let me just show you what happens here. Like, if you don't pull the lever, he's right there on top of you. Like, he's right here, so you can't get past him. If you press the lever, he walks forward, but he's right here, and you still can't get past him. So what you need to do is to get up here, like pull the lever, come up here, and then reset the lever. Wow. reset the lever by doing this trick. Okay, I had it right the first time. This trick jump. So the lever is now reset. But you're up here and he's going to stand there, and you can use... well, you can if you don't miss the jump. You can use him to get past. Like, how would you... it's so tricky, there's so many things. Well, I mean, once you know, so it's not difficult afterwards, but... like, you have to take several steps and turn time forward and back a little bit. And here there's another trick jump. So here we have to jump on his head to get on that platform above there. Because, you know, down there where the door is, we can't walk far enough to the right for him to pick up the key, so we have to go up there and walk to the right, so that this guy will walk forward to pick up the key. But to get up there, we have to jump on him. But we don't want him to die. So we have to make sure he doesn't die. So there's a trick we have to do here where you have to jump on him, turn back this way so you reset him before you jump on him, and then land on that platform. Which sounds almost impossible when you say it out loud. Like that. Like that. I don't know how I did that. I think that... yeah, okay, that works. So somehow you have to get up to here by first going this way to... like, you jump on him, go this way to reset him getting killed, and then come back this way to land on the platform. Which, you know, it's not too difficult when you know what to do, but that's crazy, trick jumping. And that's a required part of this puzzle. Okay, now we can kill. Now we... no, come... okay. So we have to come back here to kill him, fine. No. Wow. Can we please... okay, that kills him, and then we can come back up. And get the puzzle piece!